Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name's Alicia and today I'll be doing a book review on Don't Go Alone by J. Jackson Bentley. As we always do with book reviews, I'm just going to read the synopsis on the back and then we will get into my thoughts. This one says, in the third short story of the Rick's Flicks thriller trilogy, the two vloggers yet again face a deadly opponent. Having accepted a unique invitation to an HHN 31 and a special preview of a People Under the Stairs house, Rick and Nikki are excited. Plunged into danger almost as soon as they enter the park, they encounter worlds they had only ever imagined. With people searching the park for the missing couple, they are whisked far away where a new challenge awaits them. Can Rick and Nikki outwit another murderous genius? Can they escape a truly deadly escape room? Will they ever ride the revenge of the mummy again? So let's talk about Don't Go Alone by J. Jackson Bentley. This is the third short story for the Rick's Flicks thriller stories. It says it's a trilogy, but I think there's a fourth one now, so we're just gonna say it's like a Chronicles at this point. And who knows how many more there will be. But this is the third one. This one is about Rick and Nikki, who are real life YouTube vloggers, and this is a short story about them going to preview a Halloween Horror Nights house called People Under the Stairs, but that's just like the cover. Hidden beneath the surface, it is another, I'll say, like, attack on them, because they've been solving murder, or solving different cases in the past. They've caught a guy who was using Chinese symbols to kill people. In the second one, it was the mystery of who stole this item. And so in this one, it's can they survive this genius, this evil genius in this one. And the way they set it up is they are invited to do a preview for a Halloween Horror Nights house, but that house somehow transports them into, like, they're somehow like moved from one location to another. So it starts out with Rick. He's going through what I can assume is like a VR type scenario. At least that seemed that way to me, because it seemed like he was in like a video game. That's how it seemed to be described. There was like a quest that he had to go on, and he had to save the princess in the tower. And it just seemed very VR to me, like virtual reality. And then Nikki had to do the same thing, but hers was, she was in like an Outlander witch hunt type thing, I think. Either way, they both went through like a VR simulation, and at some point was knocked out and transported to someone's house, like the evil genius's house, and they had to go through obstacles in order to survive and escape with their lives. This one was very interesting, I'll say. Like I said, they go through different VR scenarios, and each one to me seemed fitting for each character, but I questioned why they were separated. So I don't know if it was like they entered the haunted house and then they got separated, or if that came later, or I'm not 100% sure. So that was a little unclear to me, and it didn't seem at first like there was going to be a VR setting, like there's no like put your goggles on type thing, at least that I noticed. So yeah, I don't know, like why were they in like a VR setting, and why was Rick going on a quest to save the princess, and the princess wasn't Nikki? And at the same time, why was Nikki with some, I think it was a knight? Let me see. An Outlander-ish story. So yeah, it was like Outlander, and she was dressed up in their attire, and they had to go to the castle, or they'd save somebody, but it wasn't Rick, so I wasn't 100% sure, and so I was a little confused there. I wanted to understand more about why they were in the VR. And I'm going to try not to give it away because I know some of my friends have not read this yet. But it's a really short story, like 51 pages or so, and I read it in a day. Which these I like because they're quick reads. For me, they're palate cleansers based on the big chunky books that I read. So I like these stories because it allows me to like kind of cleanse what I've been reading and get ready for a different book while still reading a short story or something different. And this is definitely different. I liked it. I'll say I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, I believe. It was just the whole haunted house part. It seemed confusing because I thought they were in a haunted house, but then it seemed like they were in a virtual reality game and they were separated. They weren't trying to find each other. But then later on, they had to go through escape rooms. Like, you know, the little puzzled rooms. You have to solve one clue to go to the next clue to escape the room before time's up type thing. And meanwhile, there was like an evil villain person that was doing this to them. They set them up for revenge of sorts, I think. I don't know. I liked it and the content that was there, but I had more questions. I had questions on why was this person seeking revenge, and why are we in a VR game, and why is the haunted house a VR game? Was the haunted house a VR game? But I liked it. I enjoyed it. So if you haven't read this one, I suggest that you give it a try. And I will leave links to his content and his books. He's on Amazon, and so I will leave links to where you can get the book down below. But yeah, 4 out of 5 stars. Well, that is all for me in this one. If you liked this video, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification to see when new content comes, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!